Snow is falling on our hands like it wanted us to stay. Frozen streets and breathing clouds.
On March 18th, 18-year-old Loyola Chicago freshman Sheridan Gorman and a group of friends decided to go to Toby Prince Beach to get a glimpse of the northern lights. When all of a sudden, a crazed lunatic from Venezuela ambushed the group, taking the life of Sheridan, who was innocently looking to experience one of the most beautiful sights in nature in the whole world. Today we'll be looking at the impact of this senseless tragedy and how many more times this has to happen before the Democrats finally decide to execute the laws that put American citizens first above all others. Let's take a look.
Police arrested Jose Medina, an undocumented Venezuelan migrant, for the crime. They say he was hiding at the end of the pier near Toby Prince Beach Park. Gorman and her friends were walking along the pier to see the skyline and potentially the northern lights. Prosecutors say Medina came out from behind the lighthouse and shot and killed Gorman. Her friends ran and hid. They say security video tracked him back to his apartment, where a building engineer identified him to police. Inside, they found a .40 caliber handgun matching the bullets to the one that killed Gorman. Records show he had a misdemeanor charge in 2023 for shoplifting and never showed for court. A warrant was issued for his arrest.
What happens today is you look at the list of charges against him.
Yeah, this is another entirely preventable case, Bill, and that's what's infuriating. Sheridan Gordon should still be alive today. We know that Mr. Medina crossed the border sometime in May of 2023. Less than a month later, he's arrested at Macy's for shoplifting and released. He then failed to appear, and there was an active warrant out for him. And of course, not appearing, he was able then to kill a young college student. Bill, it's infuriating. I believe in this as just another one of those cases like Lake and Riley and so many others where our suicidal empathy is going to get the best of us.
Wow.
Up next, Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn is going to explain how this Venezuelan criminal should not have even been in our country in the first place, and how angel families like this one keep being created because leftist judges and prosecutors in blue cities work together to keep letting criminals from other countries back into our city streets to reoffend instead of ensuring they are turned over to ICE to be deported back to their countries where they belong. Watch this.
Senator, great to have you. You know, as Garrett reported, this man had been on the police's radar for quite some time. He got into trouble for shoplifting right after he got to this country. But for one Democrat in that city to say this was just wrong place, wrong time, I mean, give me your response to that.
The kids were out doing normal things people do in the neighborhood. And it sounds like this might have been a wrong place, wrong time, running into a person who had a gun. They might have startled this person at the end of the pier unintentionally. But that's all we know. So,
well, it was not only just a Democrat, Aisha. This was someone who is elected and is a part of their city council that had the gall to say wrong place, wrong time. Let me tell you what is wrong place, wrong time. It is somebody illegally in this country that has a rap sheet, that is out walking around, that you have leftist judges continue to let them go You have leftist prosecutors who will not prosecute them and lock them up and deport them. That is what is wrong with this system. And Shannon Gorman has lost her life. Her family is grieving. They are focused on burying her. And another family becomes an angel family in this country because we have had an open border. We had the Biden administration that worked overtime trying to make illegal legal, and we have these Soros-backed prosecutors that let these people walk. They will not lock them up. It shows you. It doesn't matter if it is government funding, if it is DHS, if it is immigration policy. For the left, the goal is protect illegal aliens, and to U.S. citizens say, suck it up and put up with it.
Wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. Nah, it's not wrong place, wrong time. It's wrong policy decisions. It's wrong leadership. That's what's wrong place, wrong time, Alderwoman Maria Haddon. You should be ashamed of yourself for blaming an innocent victim for losing her life to this Venezuelan maniac. It's people with this type of mentality why we have American citizens no longer with us. Like Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Jocelyn Nungre, and now Sheridan Gorman, just to name a few. Up next, we have the founder of Chicago Flips Red, Danielle Carter Walters, to give us some insight into the goal of Chicago leadership as it pertains to American citizens. Watch this.
All right, we're going to welcome in now Danielle Carter Walters. She is the founder of Chicago Flips Red. Danielle, great to see you. This is just a heartbreaking story, and it never seems to end. It's a case that has left the family completely and absolutely devastated.
According to Homeland Security, Governor Pritzker released 1,700 illegal alien criminals back into our community. Any American elected official, first oath of duty is to protect the American citizens, and they have failed with that. Their goal is to keep every illegal alien that Biden opened the border and allowed in. Their goal is to keep them here and to replace the American citizens. And that's what they're doing. And we cannot allow it to happen. Americans, rise up.
After watching this next video with Chicago Alderman Raymond Lopez and the other videos with Senator Blackburn and Danielle Carter Walters, it's clear to see who Democrat leadership puts first, and it's not American citizens. That's why they want to defund the police, abolish ICE, and battle President Trump on everything. Because he goes against their America Last agenda. Up next, listen to Alderman Lopez as he explains how Illinois Governor Jamie Pritzker blames Trump for the Chicago failed immigration policies. Also, how the Biden administration open border policies continue to plague our country still to this day. Take a look.
Joining us now is Raymond Lopez, Democrat alderman from Chicago. Raymond, welcome to you and welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Sandra.
You know, I will probably end this interview often where I always do and ask you if you're still a member of your party, because I know that you have been very critical of the policies in that city and that state that have led to incredibly horrific things like the death of this poor girl on the lakefront, where we remember the governor stood and said, you know, this is safe. But J.B. Pritzker, the Illinois governor, doubling down on this is all Donald Trump's fault and that he's not getting the job done. Listen here.
I agree, there have been real failures. Those failures, of course, extend beyond the borders of Illinois. They're national failures, a failure to have comprehensive immigration reform, a failure of the president to follow his own edict to go after the worst of the worst.
Sounds like he's blaming Donald Trump.
Well, he's absolutely blaming Donald Trump. And listen, I'm not a rabid Trump supporter or hater. But if you're going to blame the federal government, then blame it where this problem began, which was under the Biden-Harris administration that allowed 15 million people from South America, Central America, and across the oceans to come through our southern borders, manipulate asylum, be poorly vetted, and then scattered to the 7 winds of the United States. That's where this problem started, and I have yet to hear a single Democrat hold Biden and Harris accountable for what has happened, because they knew who they were allowing in, they have their information, they vetted them poorly and still let them go even when they were criminals. And to say it's Donald Trump's fault simply because we refuse to work with them to go after those high priority targets. There are 2,000 priority targets in the city of Chicago right now who we know are dangers, courtesy of the Biden-Harris administration that vetted them, but we will not allow the Trump administration to remove them simply because we don't want to look as though we're capitulating to him.
You know, I think I'll end the interview where I usually do, because it sounds more and more, Raymond, like you continue to align more with your colleagues on the other side of the aisle. Are you still a Democrat?
Well, I am still a Democrat, even though I'm not as crazy and rabid as the rest of them, because I think that we have to show that you can be a Democrat who believes in public safety. You can be a Democrat who understands what thoughtful immigration looks like. And to be clear, we also understand that there's all kinds of non-citizens here. We have people who've been here for decades, since Obama was president, waiting for a path that the party's forgotten about. We have to be able to show that we are more than just left-wing nut jobs, but that we actually can work from a place of common sense as well.
Now, do you think the left's immigration policies in these sanctuary cities and states are having a major impact on the United States crime rates? Please leave your comments below in the comments section. And remember to hit the like, share, subscribe, and notification bell as well. Check out our last video on the Democrats' sinister plan at the airports. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.